Welcome to the Mike Maloney Show. I am your host, Michael Maloney. Tonight I'm here with my good buddy, Jared Cunningham. What's up, Jared? How are you, man?
Hey, Mike, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be back on. I don't know if anyone noticed, but we took a week off last week, so it's nice to be back in the rhythm of things, and yeah, I'm glad to be here. Last week, we had intended on creating a video. We never were going to do a podcast, but I did record a video. What happened was I was actually at a mastermind event out in Phoenix, Arizona. I recorded this beautiful video with this awesome mountain right behind me, and I tried my damnedest to upload this to the drive so that Jared could post it and let it be told the Wi-Fi or whatever reason it wouldn't upload. So it was like a day after Wednesday, and we're like, let's just wait till next week and we'll address it. So we apologize to our listeners for not posting last week, but I was very focused on this event that I was at, and I'm excited to share some of the content that I've learned at that event in the future episodes. Not only that, but I was able to meet some great people that we'll definitely have on the show that I think you will all be very interested to listen to. Some people worth over $100 million. They're in private equity. There was multiple business owners, professional athletes, just amazing people that have found something in their life that they can be good at and just grind at, and it's worked out amazingly for them. So it was really neat going there last week, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of that with you. But like I said, we apologize for not posting any content last week, but we look forward to continuing on. Jared, so today, like I said, I just want to kind of talk a little bit about what that event was, and kind of link it to our last episode of why it's important to seek growth. And then I want to end with a little bit of an exercise that we practiced with at this event. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I'm really excited to see what you learned and maybe to implement it into my business and my life as well.
So are you familiar with what a mastermind group is?
A little bit. Probably explain a little bit more would be great.
So if you were to guess, what do you think a mastermind group is? Or why would a person join a mastermind group?
I feel like it's like a group of entrepreneurs who have been probably in the industry for a little bit, and they they are trying to seek more growth from professionals that have been in the industry for years. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, and of course, there's all sorts of different mastermind groups. That's the great thing about it. Every industry has their own. But you pretty much nailed it. Head of the nail. I mean, it's a group that you join, acknowledging that you're doing it to grow, right? Because there's a thing called opportunity cost, and we can only be in one place at one time, learning one lesson at a time, right? Well, or multiple lessons at a time. Either way, other people have the opportunity to learn in their lives, and they can teach you that. You can compress decades into days, is what people like to say. And it's very powerful. So, yeah, you nailed it. That's basically what it is. I've been a part of this mastermind group, which if anyone's interested, please feel free to reach out. I can lead you onto the way of this mastermind group or maybe a few other ones. But I've been in it for a few months now, and it's been eye-opening. The mastermind group kind of created these peer groups that we meet on a weekly basis and discuss where we're at, what goals we're working on, and it also acts as an accountability partner. So it's a phenomenal thing. So why I'm going through and explaining this is because I think everyone needs to find a mastermind group, and whether it's just a local group of friends that they can go around on a consistent basis to help hold them accountable and learn from, or maybe it is doing online, something not right in your region, that's great too. And in fact, maybe even better, because it shows you more culture and it gets you more out of your comfort zone. But like we talked about in the last episode, if you want to get the most out of life, you have to continually seek growth. And a way to seek growth is sign up for a mastermind group, because it'll hold you accountable. It's just, life gets busy. It's easy to get off track. The mastermind group helps keep you on track. So that's why I'm doing it. But one of my favorite events, Jared, that we did, or activities during that mastermind, it was one of the last nights. Beautiful atmosphere. We went out in the backyard of this multi-million-dollar house, mountain in the background, and they had this gas fireplace, and there was like 20 of us standing there, and they had us all circle around the fireplace and just stand and face towards the darkness. And then the mastermind leader was in the middle, kind of talking to all of us, and he said, all right, everyone shut their eyes. And there was yoga mats on the ground, and I remember thinking, like, this is kind of weird. What is this all about? So they said, shut your eyes and imagine that the worst thing possible is happening. An intruder is coming into the building, and you can't escape. And what the mastermind leader did is he had a Nerf gun, and he went around, and when you got shot, you were to lay down and literally pretend that you were dying, that you knew this was it, okay? So you'd hear the and everyone fall in, and you knew your time was coming. And then I remember getting shot and then falling and then just laying there, and then the speaker kind of guided us through this exercise. It was like, how does it feel to know that you will no longer live anymore? How does it feel to know that this is the last few breaths that you're going to take? What did you miss out on? What did you not take advantage of? What relationships did you leave unfixed? What would you have done differently? What didn't you do that you should have done? It was mind-boggling. People were crying all around me. I didn't cry from this exercise, but it was very impactful. And I guess I'll share some of my insights. I remember, so I have two younger brothers, amazing people. I love them to death. We have a great relationship, right? But Sam lives about 2 hours one way. My other brother, Spencer, lives down in Florida. So I don't get to see them on a daily basis, weekly, monthly basis. So we've kind of gotten out of touch. I learned that I need to put more energy into having daily or at least a couple times a week conversations with my brothers, because I haven't. And there was a couple other great takeaways, but it really, what I want the listener to do today is, unfortunately, I can't shoot you through the camera, through your car stereo with a Nerf gun. And I don't want you to do this while you're driving, because you should shut your eyes too. But I challenge you to just stop for a little bit. And the thing is, you really, really have to get into this exercise. It's easy to just think, oh, I'm dead. This is what's going to happen. But if you actually really think into it, like, and it's not just a shallow exercise, like spend 10, 15, 20 minutes really thinking about what you would have done differently, how you might treat people differently, what things you might do. And I really think most people, if you put in the time and put in the energy, you will have an amazing breakthrough that will leave you with substance to focus and ponder on for a good amount of time going forward. And I think it'll bring great value to you. And I hope people can take this seriously and do it. And if some listeners do this, please, I ask politely, I almost beg you, go onto our website and share your information, because yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable listing what you might need to work on or what you might do differently, but it's going to inspire other people to think the same way, realize they're not alone, and that's what it's all about. Jared, let me ask you this. So when I explained that exercise, was there any thoughts that came to mind, like, oh wow, God, I never thought about that, or man, now that Mike said it, I think maybe I should work on this, or you know what I mean? Did I probe any questions or any comments out of your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I was immediately, when you said your brothers, like, I just thought about my family, how disconnected I was with my brother and sister. I mean, I only see them on the holidays. I don't even have conversations with them. And it's kind of crazy how that just happened by just how you were saying it.
Yeah, we get busy, right? Life just starts happening, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, and we tend to just let society take over, and it takes concentrated effort, to keep that relationship going. And I'm not speaking from like having it under control. I realized this. And so now I'm going to work on that. But I'm glad that made you think about it. I would recommend on your own time, when you're not on this podcast, going into a room and just doing this exercise. Literally, maybe in your office, you just imagine someone coming up the stairs, coming into your room, saying, "Give me your money," and doesn't, and then they shoot you, and you just literally lay there and think to yourself, I'm done. Like, all those things in my life that I thought I was going to get to do are no longer happening. And so it's an interesting perspective. I don't recommend going there often, but every once in a while, I think it's worth it. It really is, because it might point out something that we're doing wrong with our life, right? But no, that's all I got today. I'm glad we were able to get together and share a little bit of insight. I hope the listeners got some value from this. Please continue to follow. We've been getting just an overwhelmingly amount of support online, on Facebook, on Instagram. So please keep doing that. Please keep sharing. We realize that we're a brand new podcast, so the following isn't great at first, but we're working really hard to get the numbers up. Obviously, at the end of the day, we're just trying to get into as many ears and heads as we can. So we appreciate everyone for taking the time out of their day to listen to us. Jared, do you have anything else you got to leave our listeners with?
No, I think that's it. I mean, again, thank you guys for listening to this inspirational content. And stay tuned for more content to come. It's going to be really exciting with different speakers that we're going to have on this podcast. So make sure that you guys tune in on Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram.
Heck yeah. No, thanks everyone again. God bless.